Hey guys, I came out of the jungle about a week ago and I was there for about 3 weeks and a half drinking ayahuasca. Drank ayahuasca about 8 times and total completing 17 ceremonies as of now. And I have worked with other plant medicines from the jungle. I have dieted a tree and have worked with about 6 to 7 different types of plant medicines from the jungle. I still haven't done Uchu Sanango as I promised to the plant, so I still have to do it. So I'm planning my next trip back to the jungle. But I just came back. I took a good couple of days to think through the messages that came to me during this time. And today I would like to talk about uncomfortable topics. The reason why I decided to name it uncomfortable because psychosis, facing your demons, going to really, really dark places, getting funky messages about your boobs and your hair, and all these things are not specifically comfortable topics to talk about. But I decided to dedicate this video to them because they are very, very important aspects of the healing. So, and this is not to scare anyone. Please, if you don't feel uncomfortable with whatever I'm telling you, then don't repeat it after me. Just be cautious, do your research before you do your ceremonies. And I'm here just to tell my experience because YouTube videos were my only source of information before I have decided to drink my first ayahuasca. And so this way, by making videos, I'm trying to give back to YouTube and to all the people who have helped me. So I hope that I can help you, but please, this is not to scare you. And I'm just talking about my own experience. It doesn't mean that you are going to have the same experience. So the first ceremony after a long time, which was number 10, I believe, I actually was facing my mom's death the whole night. I spent 1 month with my mom prior to going to the healing center, and she's a chain smoker. And she coughs really badly in the mornings or in the evenings. So I have been very, very worried about her. So obviously she was the first one who appeared to me during the ceremonies. And what I realized during the ayahuasca experience is that she's making me not give up things, but let things go. And that includes some of my family members. And this is not to bury them or get rid of them or not to talk to them. This is actually, she's trying to do the opposite by making me realize that you can love them, but you don't have to hang on to them, like a leech. And every time something comes up during the ceremonies, when I'm able to let it go and accept the way it is, that's when things disappear immediately. So obviously we have been dealing with my mom's possible future death, and it was something that I was not willing and able to let go. So every time a new image came up that, I have to let her go because, she has fulfilled her life purpose, and this is the natural way to, that the older one dies. I said, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not letting her go. She's going to be with me. I started to negotiate, just give me 10 more years, just give me 20 more years, just give me some more time so I can spend time with her. I can appreciate her. I can thank her for all the good things that she has done in my life. I can hug her and I can tell her how much I love her every single day until then, but I'm not ready to let her go. So because I wasn't able to let it go, the same image kept coming back and kept coming back all night, basically. So until 3 or 4 in the morning, I was just crying and purging and crying and vomiting, until, I realized that this is just a game. I have to let it go at some point and not hang on to it. So it took me a good couple of hours to do that. The second night was also very difficult, the second ceremony. I was trying to get rid of my physical pain inside my body, so I actually went to the pain and I saw myself from inside, and all the stomach-related problems that I've been dealing with in the past 10 years, and gynecological problems, and I saw the bacteria and all the diseases from inside. So it was a really, really dark place. I called someone to hold my hand, and when they played me with agua florida and they sang some Icaros to me, I was feeling better, and I felt like that I released some negativity from me during the second ceremony. The third ceremony, unfortunately, I decided to drink way too much. This size is not my size at all. I don't know why I was so brave to do that. I guess I was ready to face my biggest fears, and I thought that, gradually, or not gradually, increasing the quantity, would it would be okay. It's fine. That's how people do it. Well, that's not how people do it. You don't increase the size from this much and to this much and to this much. No, you don't do that from one ceremony to another. You stick with your dose, and if that dose works for you, then just go ahead and keep drinking that amount. So, the first couple of, maybe 1 hour, it was fine. I have decided to officially tell Ayahuasca that I'm going to choose this shamanic path. And I felt that she was very happy, and we were both very happy and dancing around. But then the whole big dose kicked in, and I basically lost, I didn't lose consciousness, but I just lost my connection with reality. And when people were singing, the shaman and their facilitators were singing the Icaros, I actually felt like that, sorry to say that, but they were raping me. I just couldn't take the Icaros, and every time somebody else sang, it was just the worst nightmare. I had to actually leave the Maloka, and luckily one of the facilitators was with me. I asked her to hold my hand because I was so scared. I don't know what I was scared of. I guess maybe the fact that I wasn't sure where I was. I didn't have the concept that I was staying in the Maloka or what was going on, and this kept happening until 4 or 5 in the morning, and luckily the girl was with me until that time in my tembo, holding my hand. I was hearing voices in my head that I'm not sure if they were there in reality. I don't think they were. They were very, very weird sounds, extremely negative thoughts about even dying or killing myself. And basically I didn't accept these thoughts either. Again, I didn't accept them. So they kept coming back, they kept coming back, they kept coming back. And basically I started to, after that I talked to the shaman, and he said that, you were fighting with the medicine. So this is not really psychosis per se, from the traditional point of view. This is when you're fighting with your medicine. This is when you're not accepting what the medicine is giving you. It was so horrible that that night I said, if this ever stops, I'm leaving the next day. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. I'm not going through this again in my life. If I come back normal, I'm not going to do this. That girl who was with me the whole night, she left around 5 in the morning. I took a shower. I poured cold water on my head. I came back to the temple, and her spirit appeared, and she said, I have a message for you from the medicine. And she said that, I know that you're thinking about leaving, but if you stay, I promise you that you're going to transform into something really beautiful. This was the only thing that made me stay there, and that this message kept coming back to me and coming back to me. The next day, I had flashbacks from the night before. It was a very, very emotional period. I was an emotional mess. I was an emotional wreck. And by the next night, I was okay. And I decided that I'm going to stay and I'm going to go ahead with it. And the next day, I started my diet. I did a 3-week diet of a tree, and started to work with other plant medicines as well. I'm going to make another video about them because they truly deserve another video. I just wanted to relate it to this psychosis, so to say. I realized why I was feeling like this. First of all, my father was labeled by Western medicine as someone who has paranoid schizophrenia. So because he was labeled as such, I have been very afraid that somehow I have the same disease. And this was my biggest fear. And all I was doing during my 3rd ceremony was manifesting my biggest fear. And because I drank too much, I wasn't in control at all. When you drink a little, you do have to let go. You do have to accept. You have to go in with gratitude and a lot of love. That's true. But somehow I find it, if I drink this much, then I'm able to navigate and control it and observe my own thoughts much better, much easier than when I drank too much of the medicine. And I also learned, and the ceremonies after, she taught me that your thoughts, if they don't serve you, or if you believe that you are generating negative energy by thinking in certain ways, then simply put the same situation or thing and look at it from a different perspective, give it from a different point of view. Just look at it in a different light, and just withdraw yourself from the situation and look at it as another person who can look at it with love and gratitude, or look at it from another perspective if that doesn't work. Just give it different perspectives. Life is just a point of view, basically. So she has been teaching me that, and she reassured me that whatever happened that night, that was the past. But let me tell you, it took me 1 week to get myself together and decide to drink ayahuasca again. And that night also, I had some negative thoughts, but they were not as bad as before. And so from that night and onwards, we started to work with negative thoughts. And but the ceremonies after, I had the best ceremonies of my life. We were dancing with the spirits. I became a plant. I understood and I felt, the vibration of each plant in every single inch of my body. It was the most beautiful feeling. At some point, even my hair started talking to me, and she said, "You always put me up," and she doesn't like to be up. She wants to let that down. So actually, that's why my hair is down for the most part. Even if it's really hot or if it's really cold, my hair is down now because my hair wants to be down. And even my boobs started talking to me during one of the ceremonies, and they said that they have been imprisoned forever and they want to be set free. I actually have cysts in my breasts, and I had, what is that word? Sorry, I forgot, when they suck it out with a needle. But they came back after 1 month, so it didn't really help. Needle aspiration, yeah, that's the word. And I told someone that what my breast told me, that they want to be set free, and it actually turns out that when you don't put them in prison, they can move freely. So that will help release the liquid inside in the cyst. So yeah, I didn't know that. Well, I guess she told me that. About the rest of my diseases, I had a ceremony when I said goodbye to them. I thank them for being in my life. I said goodbye to them, to each of them. So I feel that I managed to let them go. So I haven't gone to the doctor or anything like that. And I need to check my thyroid and my autoimmune disease, how they are doing, although I said goodbye to them. But I feel much lighter, much better, a much healthier and happier body than I've ever been. And I am going to continue my shamanic path and see where I go. So that's it for now. I'm going to do another video and to describe in detail about my ceremonies and what other plant medicines I worked with. Thank you for following me, and thank you for watching my videos. I really do appreciate it. Any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to contact me. I love you all. Life is beautiful.